So our presentation is about the impact of video games on the environment by Santiago and Zayden. So one of the main factors in this is high energy consumption. So what does this mean? Nowadays computers need a lot of energy just to do simple tasks because, well, it's like the standard now compared to like a few years ago. It's like rising a lot, and this is causing a lot of energy waste because it's really just not necessary to use as much energy.
Physical games are like the games you buy in cases that come with a disc. They use so much plastic waste and so much carbon emissions just to transport them to stores. And you can play the same game, have the same amount of fun just buying the game online.
So standby power and network. So what does this mean? Surprisingly, when you turn off your console or like PC, it doesn't actually turn off. It goes into standby mode, and you cannot turn this off. So it's like it stays on and slowly like uses power in case there's like an update or something. So this is very bad. We should stop doing this because it just like slowly takes power and it adds up very quickly.
The rise of energy efficient hardware. So low power standby mode with your PC. Instead of using like the full energy to play a game, you use low power and you can still play the game properly. Eco settings. So like just settings that are more eco-friendly to the environment, like less power settings, honestly. And then PC optimization, just settings that make your gameplay as fun, but like less energy use.
So smart game design and carbon neutrality. So what does this mean? There's three categories in this. Optimization. So right now, game developers, they don't really think it's an issue. Like they don't really focus on the game being like green or like, they don't really optimize it. So they could maybe make it like take less like energy, make it more optimized. Like just make it easier to run so you can be like less of a strain on power. Offsetting emissions. So what does this mean? This means that PC parts are made of plastic and it takes so much carbon to manufacture them because they're usually manufactured in like some place in like Asia because it's cheaper to do it there and then shipped to wherever the console is being actually like assembled. So that's a lot of carbon emissions and engine efficiency. If it's like for example, like a multiplayer game, there's like a servers where like everything's hosted, and these aren't really like well optimized. They use like water cooling mostly, and this not only wastes a lot of energy, but a lot of water because you need like a great amount of cooling for this amount of like people. So
Player actions, cautious gaming habits. So power down, just power down your consoles, power it down. Like, you don't have to have it running all night for the updates. You can always update them in the morning. Sustainable acquisition, so it's like buying recycled PC parts, because like PC parts are really hard to recycle. So you can like, they recycle the plastics from them and they'll rebuild new ones with the recycled ones. Optimize settings, like pretty much PC settings, just to optimize your gameplay with less energy.
Industry collaboration for a better planet. So game developers, like I said, they could take initiative in making the games like easier to run, depending on what like hardware you are, like only using what it really needs to, and not like taking more than it needs to. Console manufacturers, there's like a very small amount of recycled PC parts, so they could like more people could really try to get into that market and like try to make their PC parts out of like recycled plastic or tires and stuff like that. And players, so people could try to raise awareness to these issues that aren't really talked about because people don't really even know that it's really an issue. So yeah. Thank you for listening.